Hello, welcome to another Real Housewives chart reading. Today is the day.
Bitch, I started it!
Today's the day. We're doing Nene leaks. Lenithia leaks. So Nene was born December 13th, 1967 in Queens, New York. Guess what? I don't know the time. So we can't do rising, we can't do houses, we can't get that specific, but we're gonna try our best. It's time, let's do it.
I know you telling our story. I never even heard blinded.
Okay, here is Nene leaks chart. She's a Sagittarius. December 13th, baby. Sagittarius, baby. So, Sagittarius, they are known for being very energetic.
Don't go. What happened?
For being truth tellers.
You call my baby a buffalo, and you always said,
I call you a buffalo.
Sure. They are known for really having a lot of optimism. Anything is possible to a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about growth. It's about goals. Sometimes, though...
Are you gonna paint me black?
I'm gonna paint you black.
Shut up.
They tend to, just have a lot of ideas, and their energy and their thoughts go into a big nebulous gas ball, and they can get scattered pretty quickly, and things don't get done, even though they have a lot of plans. So the whole goal for Sagittarius is you see the goal, you reach the goal, then you do the next goal. You don't want to do everything all at once, even though it seems like they have enough energy to actually do that.
But you've done plays in your past. Yeah, how'd you like it?
It was a lot of work. It's a great idea. However, I'm just very busy.
But yeah, they're just kind of like a puppy. They have a lot of puppy energy. They're a lot of fun. They just want to have a good time. It's another thing with Sagittarius. They are gonna go wherever the fun is. And, Nene certainly did that.
I'm gonna be y'all instructor. I want y'all to do everything I say. Breathe. Todd, I love you. Legs in the air. Up your legs. Apollo! Apollo!
Yeah, they're willing to take risks. They're willing to sometimes be even a little reckless. She has some other things in her chart that slightly temper that. So she's maybe not jumping off of cliffs and free diving.
I'm not hanging off the side of a building. I'm black, honey. We don't hang off sides of buildings.
But she definitely has taken risks on the show that we've seen. She's changed her life multiple times. I mean, going on the show is a risk definitely at that point, because it wasn't super established what it is yet, or what it was. We didn't know what it was gonna become, and we certainly did not know what she was gonna become.
I am very rich, bitch.
She's the most famous. I think that's just established at this point. She is the most famous.
If it weren't for me, you couldn't even sit in this chair, bitch.
People I know who don't know the Housewives know Nene.
Miss Leaks is the one.
So that risk certainly paid off. I'll talk a little bit more about other risks later, but and they're meant to broaden their horizons, to really just live life to the fullest and bring in and learn as many things, do as many things as possible. They're also blunt.
I don't have to sweeten my delivery to make it work for Todd. I mean, who is Todd?
Talked a little bit about reckless, that goes along with risk taking a little bit, I feel like, but it can go overboard. The biggest thing with that Sagittarius energy, though, is they just want to have their freedom. And when push comes to shove, a lot of time, just pure Sagittarius energy is they will do anything for their freedom. They will do anything. They don't want to be tied down.
I always knew that I was leaving. I could never, ever, ever live in Athens again. I just can't.
We'll talk about Greg in other scenarios as well, but like when she felt she had outgrown that, she left. She went back, but yeah, like just she needed to be her own person, and she was willing to do whatever needed to happen to make that happen.
Before Greg was diagnosed with cancer, he wasn't happy.
What you dealing with?
Stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Just all kinds of stuff.
Like what stuff?
So moving over to her Taurus moon, we have another Earth moon housewife. At some point we will examine that further, but today isn't the day. So yeah, with the Taurus moon, what we're looking at is somebody who really just wants to feel secure and feel comfortable.
I came bearing drinks with diamonds, real diamonds. That make you feel better.
So some of that risk taking could be in the service of needing to feel comfortable in life. You know, maybe marrying Greg, maybe making more money to feel more comfortable. All of those things, they definitely have a taste for some luxury that can go along with the comfort. Again, the risk taking can be in service of that need and desire. Also, Uranus is trining it, so like definitely rebelling and taking some risks with that. But they're also, you know, stubborn.
I said what I said,
As
and
always.
I'm not changing on it, okay?
It can become very materialistic and really just interested in like the outward appearance of things rather than like what actually matters to you.
I just realized I'm up here by the closet. Can I see your closet now?
Oh, hell no.
And you know, just generally like a bulldozer. Just not taking other people into account.
Let me tell y'all something. I will you up.
All right, so that was the moon. Let's look at Jupiter and Virgo. Let's just go to Virgo. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, so it's gonna be a little more important in her chart, just because it rules her sun sign. But wherever Jupiter is, that's the planet where you like will be growing. Wherever Jupiter is in your chart, whatever house it's in, whatever sign it's in, that's the part of you that will be growing. It's also the part where you have like a little bit of luck and a little bit of like ability to bring some joy into that area of your life. Jupiter is just like a nice gregarious, again, wanting to have a good time, make things bigger. So in Virgo, it actually isn't detriment in Virgo though. So all that nice stuff, it has to work a little bit harder in Virgo. So this is the place where like, she might be, you know, having to grow into being a healthier person. So that could be, you know, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, all of the health is in Virgo. But with Jupiter and detriment there, it could be a little bit harder for her to get to that like good place, that thing where we say like, oh, that person's in a good place. Could be harder for her to get there just because that Jupiter has to work a little bit harder. She could, you know, most basic example of just like, you know, you start one healthy habit and then it goes well for a while, but when it gets knocked down, it's very, very hard for Jupiter to get those pieces back up and keep going.
But I personally would not let her derail me off of my spiritual journey.
Jupiter in Virgo also tends to be workaholics.
You know, I know we just passed on the opportunity with USA Network for the role on John Stamos' show, and we just passed on Mr. Box Office.
Yeah,
The
what
Vivica
was
Fox
that?
project with John Lovitz and Bill Bellamy. What didn't you like about that script?
I never read it.
I guess she could be a workaholic. She certainly worked. Certainly worked.
Yes, I was a stripper in the past. I was in my 20s taking care of a son. It wasn't traumatizing to me. It was all about bank for me.
And then I don't know if she was working when she was with Greg before the show. But then when she was on the show, she was certainly working, and I think she's just kept going since then. So I'll give her workaholic. Why not? Let's do it. Also, there are some things to do with publishing that has to do with Jupiter and Virgo. There's some sort of writing that's involved. You know, I know she did write a book, but I think her real masterpiece of words to the world was via Twitter. So
you were recently tweeting that one of your cast members is a transvestite. I was curious who it was.
It doesn't matter. If I wanted them to know, I would have called their name.
What was it in reference to?
You know, I tweet,
All
and
right.
if it refers to you, then it refers to you. And a hit dog will holler.
we'll call that her publishing deal. Jupiter and Virgo. And yeah, Uranus and Pluto are also in Virgo. They're not connected, but they are also there. So, you know, going along with those changes to like her, you know, health and wellness and all of that stuff, Pluto is calling for a deep transformation in that area of her life, becoming a more well-adjusted person. Hey.
I had a conversation with Dr. Jeff, and he's somebody that counseled me and my husband and our children when we were having a really big problem in our relationship. He really helped us, and I felt like he could help all of us with our division. If you guys are willing to try and sit down and work out some of the issues and try to see, can we get to the root of the problems?
And yeah, Uranus, anything can happen there. This is also the part of her life where, you know, she is going to rebel a little bit. So she could be, you know, rebelling against wanting to settle and be, you know, well.
On a good note, we did miss you, girl, because we did have a good time. It was good. It was good.
I'm glad you guys were able to work out whatever issues you had and moved on.
Like our little video message we sent you? Nene, I know we don't know each other that well, but we can all stand next to each other. Then hopefully you can join us and we can make some more progress forward. We love you. All right.
Y'all are so lame.
I thought it was pretty phony.
It wasn't phony, though.
Well, that's what I thought. You asked me what I thought.
No, but I'm telling you, it wasn't phony. It was
Tell you
really,
what I thought.
it was real. Even though you left, we still wanted to not waste the session.
You shouldn't.
She could be rebelling against that and other things. But yeah, that's a little about that Virgo connection there. Ooh, I mean, there's a lot in her chart, but let's look at Aries. So she has Saturn and the North Node in Aries here. And it's always a fun combination, having those two in the same house or sign. We don't know if they're in the same house. But when those two are together, you have Saturn, the planet that's asking you to like become an authority in that area of your life. And it's asking you to do that by going through a lot of tests and a lot of challenges and seeing if you rise to them. And the North Node is the area of your life where you're supposed to, you know, walk that karmic path, that thing that's gonna make your life feel whole. That is what that North Node represents. And it's the thing that you can actually totally ignore in your chart. But if you want to feel whole, if you want to bring that energy into your life, then you gotta work towards that. So basically, Aries is asking her to work more. And take a break from just having a nice good time up here and do some work.
What you don't understand is while you were running your mouth with him, I was running to the bank, sweetie, and depositing a Trump check.
So Saturn in that Aries area What we're looking at a lot of times could be just like, truly just like being comfortable in your own skin. I mean, I think everybody struggles with that to a certain degree, but like having true blue confidence, not put on confidence. Really, you know, liking your body, liking who you are as a person, liking your personality, all of those things go into that. It could also be, you know, maybe she was told to change her personality and change her appearance, and she's been trying to like fit into that box.
I have a pooch right here, and I want to know where you get it out. I could work it out, but I don't feel like it.
Maybe when she was younger, she was told, you know, be quiet, don't act out, you know, be small, like literally be small. But, you know, she's not a small lady. I don't mean like, well, no, she is tall. She's a tall woman. She is somebody who is meant to be looked at and be seen.
I know when Nene has an audience, she likes to perform.
And I think she has, you know, stepped into that part. I don't know how well integrated that is when she's, you know, alone at night. Is she thinking like, God, I love me? Or is there some sort of doubt there? I don't know. But I think the stepping into being seen for who she is was totally present the first season going into the second season.
And I'm not trying to please Sheree or anybody else. I'm very happy with the fashions that I wear.
You know, she does put on a little bit of an act, but we like the act, so who cares? Who cares if she puts on an act? It's fine.
Stop, Nene! You have the same thought. Why are you acting like that?
But yeah, that's a little about Nene. God, I wish we had her rising sign. It would tell us so much more about her. But we already know a lot about her because we have so many beautiful, gifted years to us of television. And for all time, no matter how our feelings maybe changed about Nene over the years, she was it. She was it. She is the Real Housewife. And she always will be to me. And I thank her for that. Subscribe if you'd like. Tell me if you want me to do other people. And goodbye.